and gentlemen, you are listening to Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get it on! Come into the ring, step into the fire, see what you want, baby. If your heart has desire, get up, get knocked down, get up, get knocked down, get up, get knocked down, down, down. Deathmatch Russell Podcast, 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 Deathmatch Russell Podcast.
And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. And my guest this time, the one and only Chuck Stein. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not bad for Thursday night. It's, we're just getting ready for the weekend. Getting ready for some backyarding. I'm getting ready for a little backyard action at a location, which is pretty fun,
Yep.
Way to start the 4th of July weekend with a bang, right?
Yes, sir.
So what have you been up to, man? A lot of stuff going on with Horror Slam. I've seen, you guys are killing it every week and in and out, and you're everywhere. So it's like, man, I want to get this guy on. Finally, I did.
Yeah. I've been pretty busy lately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then the big thing later we'll get into is the Game Changer versus Horror Slam. What do you think of that? We'll talk about that a little bit.
I'm excited for that. That was supposed to happen. Literally, what was it? With the shutdown happened on a Monday. That show was scheduled for that Friday of that week.
Yeah, I know, but it's happening. So you know what?
Yeah, it took a while to get everything going again, but.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, man. So you love to play with what? Death. You like to play with death. Let's just talk. We love deathmatch. We like deathmatch wrestling. What got you involved with it? Like what as a kid or growing up watching wrestling?
Oh, man. Got you? Yeah. I'm a little older. I'll be 45 this year. So
I'm 44. All right.
Yeah, okay. ECW, man,
Mm-hmm.
ECW,
right.
FMW back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. That really caught your eye to, the wrestlers like Terry Funk to actually birthday guy, right? Shout out to the Funker, however old he is.
Actually, the very first indie show that I ever went to, the main event was Sabu and Terry Funk.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I was hooked. Hooked.
Oh, wow, man. Dude, I wish I was around for that era of ECW, just to be around. But I actually was lucky enough to living at the Jersey Shore, man. He had Balls Mahoney, Chris Candido, just the local guys, Bam Bam, and they'd be walking, just be just walking around town or doing something in town, Yeah,
that's pretty wild.
I know, and I came to find out that one of my coworkers actually his daughter is actually dating Bam Bam's son, and he lives right across the lake from me. And I never even knew it.
Cool.
It really is. I know, but he's a cop, so yeah, I don't want to mess with that. No law, right? Fuck.
Right.
No, but yeah, if I always tell a story, Chuck, how I was 18 years old. This guy comes walking into I worked at a dollar store, and this guy came in. And, people were talking, I was stocking shelves, and this guy comes in, and it's Balls Mahoney. I don't know who he was, as a fit, when ECW was just on the rise, I'm like, holy shit. And then I got to know him after that, and, just became friends, and it was amazing,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. But, as you said, the ECW really put the stone on on hardcore wrestling, to bring to now it's like what's hardcore wrestling now? And we have deathmatch wrestling. Like,
right,
come on.
yeah, more.
It's a different, it's a different culture now, it's a different vibe. So what do you try? What do you like? Like, what do you like to use as in object wise?
Well, object wise, I like using the syringes. They make people cringe a lot. That's probably my favorite thing to use.
Nice. Yeah. I've seen a lot of guys use those. Raver to cologne, or no, Eric. Everybody uses them these days. Holy shit! All the guys that but it's very there's a guy. What Jimmy? So many people use it.
Yeah, I kind of made it one of my things. The punk rock guys always got needles with them.
Right. You got it, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you played with the gusset plates.
Oh yeah, gusset plates.
Mm-hmm.
They hurt sometimes. But...
Yes, they do. They are not a fun object to play with, but once they're on on a structure, or it's more of an art. Like a better impact.
It's funny though, because I got a construction background, so I know what gusset plates are used for.
Yeah,
and Jeff King was the first one to bring them up to me, and I was like, "Oh hell no, dude! I know what those are, and I know what they're for." And yeah,
I when I was as a fan of wrestling, making weapons and shit, we H2O and Game Changer. My buddy and I would look around and say, "Where the hell did they get these gusset plates from?" Oh, go to Home Depot. Okay, I didn't realize they had it. And then we went online, and my buddy found a lumber yard actually had the full gusset sheets, the bigger.
Oh yeah,
in this industrial ones, and we've used those for Game Changer, and they're pretty damaging.
I used one of those at the last Horror Slam, actually, on Raven Havoc.
Yeah,
pretty much filled his entire back.
Oh, I know. It's holy shit. There's a dude. He's awesome, dude, as well. He's pretty well-rounded as a deathmatch wrestler. But you work towards these, there's so many tournaments these days. It's like, wow, look what, and you getting yourself involved in more and more.
I've gotten into a couple of them, not really a whole lot, but
yeah,
I think I've done 3 tournaments now.
3 tournaments, and you just wrestled actually Randy. I just had her on my podcast. Randy, great tough lady right there.
Me and Randy go way back.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's one of those people that you're like, I'll never forget. I actually, first time seeing her was in I took the 12-hour ride to IWA Mid-South for the King of Death 2016 when Giant became the king. And but just to see like her and just hanging out and bullshit was just great. Conversations really took off, and then she got so super excited because she got the opportunity to come to H2O and do a match against Amazing Maria. And fans loved her, and she needs to come back, like Mickey Knuckles is a local regular now,
I've had a couple battles with Mickey recently.
Yeah.
He's another tough one.
Yeah, she's never backed down from a fight,
No.
But now you see guys like Casanova Valentine and all these other guys, you're like, holy shit, I could get in there, And how it is. It's just you want to go into battle. You want to, it's not for the glory of a title. Sometimes you just want to just get the fight.
I get amped up every show, man. I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready to go.
Mm-hmm. But growing up, what was it like for you? Got you involved with wrestling? What got you
Well,
to where?
like just watching it when I was a little kid,
Yeah.
WWF back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the tag teams a lot when I was a kid, like Killer Bee and British Bulldogs and
Mm-hmm.
Strike Force, the Islanders, things like that,
Mm-hmm.
Demolition.
Yeah. And then just from there it progressed.
Just
And
from there, it progressed, and then one of my old neighbors, my old Jason Cawley, he's a local referee in the Detroit area. We grew up across the street from each other. He took me to my first WWF show, which was SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The one Yokozuna and Lex Luger, whatever year that was.
Yeah.
And he took me to my first indie shows, and back then it's like, hey, me and my buddies, we messed around in the backyard, and the next thing you know, he's throwing me around, and then I fell in love with it even more.
And then you went to the school and took your first bump, and you're like, holy shit, this is
actually it didn't happen that fast for me. I did the whole not smart kid, did the yarder thing for a long time, then I quit, and I actually didn't get trained till I was in my 30s. Like I came back to it, and just to say that I actually did it, because it was something that I always wanted to do, and I didn't follow through initially. But it progressed, and here we are now.
I know, crazy. I know, and you know what, and you love what you do, because it's you do what you want, you do what you like to do, and that's put a good on show for the fans, and make little kids smile, and that's the whole key of wrestling. That's what I always tell people. It's not for the money. It's not for this. It's, just put a smile on my face for a child that has never seen anything like this before.
Definitely. I actually just got asked to do an appearance at a kid's birthday party this past weekend.
The
parents didn't tell the kid, and I swear when I walked in, I thought he was going to start crying. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Birthday shows. I wish we did those. wish we had those when we were younger, man. Imagine like WWF superstars come over to your house. But now it's like it's just you can plus you do fundraising, which is awesome, because that's really you guys really put, and that's what it's about too, for all the disability people, and that's what it's all about. Everybody and anybody, which is really,
it is kind of funny also, like I'm starting to make my name as a deathmatch wrestler, but I still do a lot of family friendly shows. I still do a lot of charity shows. I do a lot of stuff,
because because you know what, that's because you people don't realize, like, you guys, it's worth it. It's really worth just to put, to help out and do it for people, and and it's a free show. You're doing it for no money. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'll come over for the day, put a show on. Which is really cool. But let's get into like if you were to pick like wrestlers that you would have loved to face, man, like deathmatch wise, like legends, who would it be that have like past or like present? Onita. Oh God, right?
Yeah, Necro for sure would be one. I have faced Necro in like Falls Count Anywhere matches, or some hardcore, not too crazy matches. I would love to face him in a death match though.
Yeah, in his before he retired, right?
Yeah.
Man, he really his career he really put himself through. Like, I'm surprised that they didn't do a documentary on the Butcher. Like, really,
right.
We did one on Nick Gage. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That really was. And did you see what they're releasing next? FMW, like for Dark Side of, and XPW.
Yep.
I was talking with homeless Jimmy, and he was like, "I'm pissed off. They didn't even fucking ask him to be a part of that." I would have been. He's like,
Right.
"Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit." You know.
Right.
But whatever. It's all about watching who's on there, and Supreme. That's the one that really brought that to the table.
Right. Right.
Guys like that really. It's him and Ben, New Jack to everybody. On that XPW roster. Remember when that first came out? You're like, holy shit. Like, it was like a DVD. You would go to the video store, you'd look in the bin and there's a DVD like XPW or 3PW,
Yep. Yeah. I got a couple of them.
Yeah. Backyard wrestling you could go back, just look at the back of the set, in the aisle. You're like, holy shit, what's this all about?
Yeah.
And we were curious, just to find matches that, like, holy shit. All right, let's see what we're gonna get into, right? Like, this is deathmatch wrestling, bootleg. We'd get those videos and DVDs and just find out from our friends who has this, who has that. What's the bootlegs? What's a bootleg site or something? When Napster was around.
Yeah, cancer for the computer.
Yeah, it was. It really was, because you were trying to get like the first CZW episode or something. And it was like, holy shit, you cannot find this stuff, But now it's everything's all digital. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we have IWTV to Fight TV and all these other apps. Peacock, I heard that's crap though.
Yeah. Back then, like, Detroit used to get, like, Necro would come in all the time. Pondo would be in Detroit all the time. Court, they'd have guys coming in doing death matches and stuff.
Could you imagine if like deathmatch wrestling was like popular like back in the 90s, like in the 90s of ECW era, like if they came to like the shore or something, what I mean, like everywhere, like just anywhere, to do a show like a first death match, that would have been insane. Like having like Samoa Joe versus Necro, or or like a Toby Klein, or Sick Nick Mondo, But man, shout out to Sick Nick Mondo, one of the coolest people in the business today, man.
Yeah.
Actually, it was really cool to get his, see him get inducted this past, at the Game Changers award ceremony, along with Supreme, and the Builder dude was pretty cool, one of the guys, but he's been around a long time. Man, you'll never know when you'll see your name in there. Eventually you'll see a name on a plaque somewhere down the line. You
never know. That would be.
I know. It really, because they just like give them like butter.
Yeah.
No, you have to earn that. That's really cool. Like to be like start of. I mean, because you see that, like, I don't know if Japan has ever done that. I'm sure they have had award ceremonies and shit.
Yeah, you don't really hear about it if they do.
I mean, probably did for I'm sure they did for Mr. Danger. One of the toughest dude. He actually was the first one that really made me fall in love with deathmatch. Like one of the Japanese style wrestlers. Like, I caught my eye. Him to Jun Kasai, of course, the crazy monkey.
Sure. Yeah.
What guys in Japan catch your eye? Also, Drake. Let's give a shout out. Drake Parker, man, fucking just killed it. Also, from the UK, Drake.
Yeah.
He just fucking killed it in Japan in the tournament. I saw that. I want to go back and watch that tournament now.
I didn't see the tournament.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look on Twitter. I'll find it for you. I'll find it. I like looking at shit like that. It's it's hard to hear the language barriers, but we can mute the matches and learn.
Still wrestling in the end. It's still wrestling.
It really is. Last week I just actually went online and I Googled deathmatch, like house match, a house match that actually Pondo was involved in. Like the house, they were wrestling in a house, like on set.
Was it, Violent J's house, JCW?
I think no, was it JCW? But there was a house.
They just did that in December.
Did they? But they had in Japan. They did a version. They did their own thing where they would wrestle in a house, and they used every fucking thing.
Because they just did JCW in December, and it was at Violent J's house, and they had like bedroom matches, kitchen matches, and I know Pondo was there. Yeah. I was actually gonna be on that one, but COVID kind of ruined it for me.
Fuck COVID.
I'm glad that we're getting past it.
Dude, we are back to like where we want to be, where it's like, we could go out, you could enjoy wrestling again. It's like, wow. When I went to Atlantic City for the last show they did, my God, 4 nights of wrestling. I was like, holy shit, this is great to see people again. Like, out without wearing them. People were wearing masks. People weren't wearing masks on the boardwalks,
Right.
You could just like walk around the casino and you could breathe,
Yeah. Raw dog in the air.
yeah. Raw dog in the air and sucking the cold ones down,
Right.
But yeah, they really, I was getting tired towards the end. That night 4 was like, oh, I missed it. I was getting tired. I was like, all right, I'm fucking like drained. I'm ready to go home. I think I've seen enough wrestling for 4 nights. But I was pissed off because Matt Cardone came out. For that fucking Nick Gage shit. That's gonna be great for their next. I'm not gonna be there for that, unfortunately. I'll watch it on TV. It's gonna be super hot that weekend. I know it probably for homecoming.
GCW's coming to Detroit in September. That's gonna be awesome.
I know.
I'm excited.
Detroit, Houston, Texas. Hell, they're coming everywhere. They're going everywhere. It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
When you can grab a hold of a crowd and just be like, let's go somewhere different,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, like they did in Lima, Ohio, Lima, Wyoming. Lima, Wyoming, or whatever the hell it's called. Lima. Yeah. Did you catch that? Did you see the replays of that show?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to check that out. It was great. A lot of funny spots too. Like you'd be like, cops came towards the end.
Oh, nice. That's always good.
Well, you know what? They thought it was a real brawl with Nick.
Right.
With Nick and Mance. So of course,
I know you're doing something right.
Yeah, of course, Joey Janela had a video. They had to be the first one to like, please tweet, put up a video camera, hold up his phone to, film it. And Alley Cat cracking up over there, but and Effie as well. But what are you gonna do? Wrestling's wrestling, but Wyoming's never seen wrestling for quite some time, so
I'm sure.
And I'm like, shit, if I knew about that trip, I would have gone because I got relatives right in Colorado, right across the street, right there. I would have made a trip out of it. I should have said, hey, GCW, maybe we could do a show at my cousin's lot, right behind the sunset of the fucking Rocky Mountains. That'd be kind of wild. I mean, they go to Indianapolis to, they got some pretty cool set, places they've been.
Sure.
Vegas, of course. That's an awesome one because you never know which superstar or star will show up to that.
No, never know.
Because David Arquette, right? The Jungle Boy's father, to
Yeah.
It's insane. That was like the first time. I'm glad that he got to see him wrestle. Jungle Boy got to see his dad got to see him wrestle. Before he passed. But now he's on to better and bigger things. Kenny Omega, better watch out this week, right?
Right.
What? So, do you catch the current product of wrestling these days, or not really? Like,
I really don't get to watch wrestling that much. I'm quite busy.
I hear you.
Like outside wrestling, I got 5 kids, so
God bless you. God bless you. That's I got four nieces and nephews. That's a handful too. But they're great kids. Actually, two of them right now, actually on their way to Italy with my sister for a couple weeks. They're going on a vacation. They are doing a vacation, which is really nice. One of the actually my sister's friends at college, roommate, and they planned a trip and they meet up there. And I guess one of the guys is a realtor, so he's got some buku and some but they got a private, I guess a private sailboat tour, which is really cool, on a couple islands, and a cook as well. So they're gonna stay on board a boat for a couple of days.
Cool.
But they also have kids as well, so that's a good, so the kids can learn from them,
Yep.
But they're all sports related as well. All these kids are active. My nieces and nephews are active. I got 2 rock climbers. I got 2 baseball kids, soccer kids, you name it. They do it all.
Yeah, the hockey kids.
Huh? Yeah.
Hockey kids. 2 of them play hockey.
Oh, that's good. You want to keep them in sports, That's what's. We grew up on that shit, and so hey, we have to do something, It has to go in our blood. I never did wrestling though. I never did school wrestling,
I never did either.
No. We just did it as the just the fucking class, we had to do it just for our grade, get an A, or sit on the sidelines. I used to sit on the sidelines more than anything. Don't want to partake. Didn't want to participate, or get the herpes, right?
Right.
Matt Herps, whatever the hell that was back in the day. God, that really got to be a thing with wrestling, for them amateur kids, because those mats were fucking dirty as hell, and we knew it,
Oh yeah.
I mean, you smell the sweat on them, like right. You're like, oh, you want to puke. I mean, I remember going to school and I would leave my fucking clothes in the locker for like weeks to weeks, You just forget about them. I left them there. I think I left them there until I graduated or something. I was like, hey, there you go. It was all payback, guys.
Right.
Might be a couple bucks in the pocket, but hey, take it. Yeah. But did you ever go to like any shows at schools, like wrestling shows at schools, like local indie show?
Yeah, they used to. They were running schools around here.
They were, yeah.
Like there was Midwest Championship Wrestling, ran by Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe. He would bring in, Sabu would be on the shows, Al Snow would be there, he'd bring in. He brought in Benoit, Foley,
That's cool.
They would run some schools. They'd run the local community center in Lincoln Park, where I'm from. So I was into those shows a lot.
That's like me. Like there was a lot of local wrestling at the schools, like the local gymnasium, local schools, and I looked online and I Googled. And my buddy told me he went to fucking wrestling at my middle school. There was wrestling, and my WWF was around. Like Andre wrestled in my middle school. I'm like, holy shit. But growing up at the Jersey, growing up where I was, man, I was lucky enough to go to for every Saturday morning. I wake up, or I found out about Iron Mike Sharp's wrestling school. Iron Mark, the Canadian, ran a school, and for $5, I'd go watch wrestling at his school. And but I was there like X-Pac as actually the 1-2-3 kid, like really in his prime. Malice, aka the Wall from WCW, was but Nova, of course, he was an ECW guy, and he was from Philly, and then his brother he actually, his brother in the 90s ran a promotion that really brought up the indie stars, man. It really launched like the careers of like uh, you name it, Samoa Joe to AJ to everybody. Everybody went through that door. It's amazing.
Right,
You know, even Chris Candido to Mal. All these guys have made names for themselves on TV. Then I found like these. Then I'd be like, holy shit, where's like cage matches or like death match wrestling or something? Where can I go? So I ventured out and found Jersey All Pro Wrestling in Rahway, New Jersey. With Dan Moff and the Hit Squad and Necro Butcher, of course, and Nick Gage when he was younger.
Yeah.
I'm like, like wow, I got to see some cool shit. Yeah. Now it's like go back but I will never. I like telling the story of which was really badass. Like I got lucky enough to see Bruiser Brody in his youth because they did a show at an ice palace, actually at hockey rink, ice palace, and I didn't really know that it was called National Wrestling Superstars, NWF or something, and so I got to see Bruiser and Chief J Strong or Truly's the Strongbow family, Julius and DC Drake. Like I got to see Dr. D David Schultz. Like holy shit! Like yeah. The Fantastics, Abdullah the Butcher, but I had to go home. It was a school night. I missed him. I would have loved it. Yeah. I know. Damn school nights, right?
Yeah.
But no, to see Bruiser at it, like that was cool though. Really, like to see him climbing up on a cage at a young age to see, what he could do. And believe and then he has strap match too. Like holy shit! I got to see dog collar match. Like, like the real stuff. How it was, the real deal when the blood was blood.
Right.
I mean, hell, you look back to the Piper blood matches. With the dog collar versus JYD. And do you like doing dog collar matches?
I've only done one, but it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Now they're actually, I think they're getting more creative. Now it's like a cheese grater on the middle of a bolt of a
right.
of a chain, which is good. That's pretty cool. H2O has done that. I like that concept because you can
change it up so often.
You have to
something to it,
or put a gusset plate. Ooh, that. Oh, there you go. Or a carpet strip, maybe. Ow, no, that'd be different. That'd be difficult, I think. Or cement block.
Yeah, the carpet strips are kind of long.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are. I've built so many sticks with those. I put a post up. I said I miss building shit, and I do. I miss building like fun stuff.
Yeah.
Fucked up ideas that come in my head, like like I'd come out with like a mannequin head. One of those styrofoam mannequin heads with skewers stuck in the middle of it, all. And I'd use like gusset plate bats. I'd create like my own version of a fence post. Like the you could find them at Home Depot, and 4 sides were perfect because you could like put the little thin ones on, make like mini ones, big ones, light tube shit. But my friend got into that shit. I really didn't care for the light tube building. That's more fucking class.
Right.
But building light tube structures is fun. I've done that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I've had to have. Actually, I remember. I did that for Marcus Crane and or Schlack. Actually, I remember going down to we did a Game Changer. We did the first Freelance Underground, at that villa. We did the first one, and we had fans had to be crew because we really didn't have a crew at the time,
Right.
So we had to build shit, I was like, all right, I'll help. I'll run around ring, put this there, figure out what to do, And it really like the first time I got involved with like helping ringside and shit, Game Changer came, my local when Zandig was around and the local shows were still around, I was like, holy sh! Because Brett calls me up one time, David, can you put all these tables up? I'm like, yeah, I know exactly where the tables go for the vendors, against the wall. I remember you have to just know where everything is. Setting chairs up. Oh, that was always tiring, but worth it. Putting up a ring, worth it.
Yeah.
It's you pay your dues, but I was just a volunteer dude. I didn't do it for
Right.
And Karen rings up up a staircase. Like, holy shit, that's heavy.
I've been on shows where we had to kind of feed it up through a second story window because it couldn't get up the stairs.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was an adventure.
Wow. Yeah, you're on a street like a busy street on the intersection, and the building front has the one door. You're like, oh shit,
yeah.
We gotta climb these stairs or something. How the fuck are you gonna get this down here?
Right.
But you think about it. Ring of Honor. When Ring of Honor used to run their shows in the Manhattan, they had to always carry the ring downstairs to the main because there was no in the city. There was no back. I would have thought that they would have a back door. Because of the the delivery trucks and shit. But no. So fucking that was crazy. So I'm sure Punk had his hand on that and everybody else. Just to carry a ring into the building like that. Make magic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Ring of Honor, man. Now look at it today. It's where it is, as a pretty good promotion.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I just like seeing what the talent is going to be. It's a new talent that's coming in. It's unbelievable. Tony Deppen of all people, shout out to him.
Right.
Tough son of a little bitch, He could go. He could, and also a brew owner as well, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
He opened up a brewery in Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice.
So that's a thing to fall back on if it, after he's done. You've wrestled. I saw a picture. Nolan Edward posted a picture, and I saw you were in the background of it. I should have saved it at a show. You had your spiked hair at the time.
Yeah.
Like black jacket. Like he was. I think that was like maybe he was like attending his first deathmatch show or something. I believe.
Okay, I didn't see the picture.
Really? Really?
He's a Michigan guy, so we've been on shows together, and
he's a great dude. Yeah, he's really.
No one's awesome.
Well, he's killed it, man. He's.
Yes,
I think he's starting. I think his time is almost up.
He said he's done with death matches now. So
yeah, that's good for him. It's all right.
But no, he's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
He'll do good regardless what he does.
I know, man. He's put himself through, like just to watch him at Game Changer or IC Dubs. Like, holy, the guy can move. He's young.
He's young too. So
yes,
he's got some years to go.
He's like Orin, man. Orin could go.
Yep.
Orin Vite, my God, the Wizard King.
Yeah.
There's another tough son of a bitch. So many guys, man, that you're like, holy shit, I've wrestled with these guys and they're great.
Right.
Really,
right.
Even like if you look back, you were to like, holy shit, I wish I wrestled Matt Tremont. Or I'm sure you had. You would have loved to tangle it up. But you've wrestled Jeff King, of course. So good old Jeff King. He's a great one, man.
Jeff, I don't know what happened to Jeff. He needs to come back, though.
Yeah, he does. He needs to get his ass back in the game again,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you can he could put a lot on the table and just
he's just fun to hang around with too.
He really is. He really is. That's how he came to New Jersey for his first appearance. He's like, all right, I'm in the first H2O death match, and holy shit, I made it made an appearance. You know,
Yeah.
you never know. You know what? Maybe you'll be there soon, Chuck. You know.
Yeah.
I know you have some places you want to go. I'm sure. You know, there's a lot of places that you want to be seen. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Before your time is up.
Yeah.
Before your, you know,
Time's up.
before your time's up and bucket list of places. I know Japan. Yes,
Oh,
you would
yeah.
love it.
And
Every Mexico, UK, Russia, Russia, Germany. Right? They got death. No, Russia has that deathmatch guy or whatever. I don't fucking.
Alex.
Actually, down under, deathmatch down under.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be something too. They're really proving themselves. I'm glad for them to show something like that. You know, down under. You know, the style of deathmatch wrestling to the locals. Probably drink a lot of Fosters too. Right? Like, why not? That's his local.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your go-to music? Since you're like a punk rock, what do you like, man? What's your go-to music?
I like the old hardcore punk bands, you know, like Black Flag,
Right.
Misfit, Circle Jerks,
Mm-hmm.
Bad Religion.
Mm-hmm. All the stuff that the East, well, actually, like that really, you know, the punk rock, actually, Asbury Park, man, you know, like where the Stone Pony is always brings those. I never got a chance to go to a couple of those, but I would love to see, you know, they're awesome concerts. I'd like to see some ska bands and, you know, just everything that was really, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff nowadays as well, you know. But other than that, you know, music's music, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, now you know, but everybody has their choice on the playlist these days, you know?
Yeah.
Hell, you know, like right now, my current song is, fucking, I've been hooked on, actually, I didn't realize that, I didn't realize that Brody King is in a punk band. I didn't realize he has a metal band.
Okay.
And I just found it. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. And he's actually singing. I'm like, holy shit, you know? And you hear, and you see him on Ring of Honor, of course. So, hey, it's like, holy, doing his thing. I'm surprised Chris Dickinson didn't get involved with him on that shit. Because, you know, if Chris likes to play the drums, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you look at all the players in the bands nowadays who are wrestlers actually look now at the deathmatch wrestler. Well, actually,
yeah.
Schlack of course, Schlack, big Dan O'Hare. Casanova has a lot of friends who are, you know, into the punk band scene.
Yeah,
the big band. You know, but yeah, a lot of bands, of course, Fozzy, Chris Jericho. You know, even Marco Stunt. Shout out to him. He'll have his own band one of these days. You know. Just so much music nowadays. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
What?
Music's pretty wild right now.
It is, and all these concerts come.
Just the way it gets put out to the people too is like so different from, you know, when we were growing up. Like you actually have to go out and buy a physical copy of something. Now it's just everywhere.
It is. Yeah, you just go on YouTube and it's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, now concerts are coming back and shit. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, wow. I actually got a chance. I checked out something cool. My friends decided, hey, let's go to. We threw some masks on, you know, and we went to saw an AC/DC cover band. Holy fuck! They tore the house down. They sounded like, you know, the guy sounded like fucking the guy. Like, holy shit, you know. Let me try something different.
Yeah.
You know, switch it up because you listen to AC/DC, you're like, holy shit, you know, these are songs you grew up watching, you know, and I would love to have seen the real band, you know, but but I've seen a lot of other bands that, you know, what concerts have you ever gone to? Like what like
a lot.
I've
been to a lot, but as far as upcoming, I'll probably go see 311 when they come again.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are always good. They always do a good show.
They're doing. I have seen a lot of wrestlers
They've been
going.
going a long
they're-
time too.
I would love to go see another like Dave Matthews or Guar. I'd like to see a Guar concert. I really want to go see a.
Never been to a choir show.
They're disgusting and vile. I know, but
Right.
you know what I mean. But I'd like to see a Guar, or like I just like. Well, actually, they do the summer concerts by the so there's bands always host those big concerts with every single artist. You know, you
Yeah.
know.
That's like it seems like a lot of big shows are coming up because
Yeah.
after having a year off,
Mhm.
they're just trying to combine and
I know, and I'm seeing wrestlers who are all trying to gather up and go to Limp Bizkit concerts. I'm like, holy shit, Limp Bizkit's coming back. I should try to go just for shits and giggles, you know, just to see Limp Bizkit and say, hey, what's up, Fred?
yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. I love telling the story how Brett actually we actually did like a rock festival show at my local baseball stadium, and raining. It was an experience for me, man. It was raining, and we were under a tent doing the wrestling show, and Nate Hatred, rest in peace, Nate. I got to film the whole match, but Brett was like, "Hey, David, you know what? My dad's with me." He's like, "Hey, you want to go see some concerts tonight for $40?" I was like, "Why not?"
Right.
It was Alice Cooper and Blue Oyster Cult. So I was like, "Holy shit!" Let me go up to front of the stage. My God, man, unbelievable! Like the way that the props and all the, just the way that my dad's like, I've never seen anything like this since I ever went to an Elvis concert. They never had this shit. I was like,
Right,
yeah,
right.
Dad. I was like, Dad, this is like it blows your mind, just blows your mind to see what they do and to put the time into the structures and the props. It's amazing, man. It really is.
Yeah.
The pyro and this and that. It's like holy shit. It really cool experience.
For sure. Concerts are awesome.
They really are, man. And you know what? I got to see, dude. Game Changer did a show, also another kind of rock fest, dude. And I got to see it was Disturbed and a whole bunch of other bands. I got to see Stone Temple Pilots before the guy died.
Nice.
Like real, yeah, right. Like a band that we grew up. I grew up listening to, and playing on my acoustic, and just
yeah. I love Stone Temple Pilots. That would have been a good show to see.
Hell yeah, but man, just to to be there to hear Wicked Garden or like the Plush song, I was like, I can't miss this night.
right.
I had to be there to support wrestling. Drew Gulak was there, so that was kind of like it was prime. Time good prime of his career. So he was having a fun match, and actually the funny thing was the BMX bikers were there doing a thing, and it's a dude that I used to skate with back in the day. Ran a fucking. I never knew that. You know what I mean? Like he ran like one of those Hot Wheel programs. Those BMX bike shows, stunt shows. I'm like, holy shit, man! It's been years since I seen him, and I used to skate with him.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I think I break my neck now, but I still snowboard. I still snowboard, so I've done that.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of that shit.
I tried snowboarding once, and I ended up with bruised ribs. It didn't work out so well for me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hell, I'll never forget the one time, man. I actually went with my dad and my family. We were in Pennsylvania. Went to a local mountain, dude. I fucking. End of the fucking day, I got stuck in a snowbank. I'm on the side of the mountain. Hello? Fuck. How'd I get out of here? I gotta climb up the steep hill. Forget where I am, delusional. It's like I wish I had a joint, I would have been okay. But no, that's it, man. I'll tell you what, just being but now now I'm looking at myself like I'm a garbage man, metal man. Like I think I'm done with my snowboard days. But if I'd like to do it, I'd do it probably casually, relax. Go go slow, go slow. Because I'd actually go. Me and my dad, ever since I was like 21, we'd always head up to Killington, Vermont, and go hit the slopes, and see the local bands play, man, at the acoustic concerts and whatnot, and just to get away and go to the breweries. It's like awesome. I still like to do that, which is cool, but I can't do anything like that now. I'm sure it's like COVID really killed people. Well, actually not really, because they wore masks, I think.
Yeah.
Face masks and shit.
There's a lot of things.
It really does. Really did. But what kind of movies are you into, man? What's your go-to horror movies? Are you into like sci-fi? Like kids are into everything. I know.
Movies, comedies.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is probably my favorite movie.
Mm-hmm. I met that dude before he died.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like you go to these wrestling, these conventions. You're like, what the hell? Horror cons,
Yeah.
Those are fun. Those are fun, man. I can't wait till those come back. And see like the actors, Kane Hodder, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Like I was saying, I met the guy, Gunnar Harrison. I remember going to they called it Chiller Fest, and I met so many people, and you know what? Piper was doing his They Live movie, man. I wish I was there. The line was so fucking long, like an hour long line. I would have loved to meet Piper. That would have been me, Mike. But that DVD was a hard DVD to come by, to find everywhere, man. I would call it like every kind of single store in like the state of New Jersey and out of state just to find it. It was hard, but then I got it. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
That's a cool movie. Good movie. But yeah, that Texas Chainsaw, of course, really. But now it caught my eye. I just saw the trailer for the new Halloween. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh my God, go see it. He's coming back. Yeah. It looks more wicked now. It's like, oh shit. I won't spoil it. Look at it, just watch the trailer. You'll see it. Halloween trailer. I guess pretty much. I think we're done, man. What do you think? I'm tired.
Yeah.
I got to get up at 6 o'clock. So
I'm 5. So
yeah, I got to get up, go and do my shit. Chuck, let's do this again, man. I love to have you come back on.
For sure.
Feel free to plug whatever you want, man, and we'll call it a night.
The Horror Slam coming up.
Yeah.
July 16th, me and Tommy Vendetta for my Deathmatch Championship. The next day, RPW and Flophouse having a show in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's me and Herzog in a Doors of Death match. That should be fun.
Herzog, oh yes, he's great. He's a great guy.
Me and him haven't met in singles, but did some tag against him back in Viking War Party days for him, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's come a long way, man.
That one too. But yeah, I'm here, there, and everywhere all the time.
And then of course, Horror Slam versus GCW versus GCW in September.
Yes, September 1st.
And that's going to be awesome. That's going to be really. That makes me want to think. Like, should I get a ticket and go? Like, really fly, do a little trip, come, get my ass out there, right? Take time and do some real vacations.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
I don't know how you feel about vacationing in Detroit.
Probably not a good place. Nah, Nah, I might pass on that. All right.
It's not that bad.
No, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go to the dark side of Detroit. Yeah, you know. But thank you, Chuck, for coming on, man. And
Thanks for having me.
kill it this weekend, anywhere and everywhere, and have fun and
I
bleed
will.
buckets and buckets.
So this weekend I only have
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling All Stars of Detroit.
Mhm.
Myself and Sean Longhorn are going for the tag belts that we won last Friday and then lost last Sunday. So we're going for them again. But it's
We'll get
one
him.
of the
Get
family
him.
friendly things. So no blood there.
Yeah. No, you can rest up a little before some blood, right?
Yep.
But thank you, Chuck, and definitely we'll do this again.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I also, I'm sure you probably know the Cody. There's a guy, cool dude, guy named Cody. He's a podcaster as well.
Oh yeah. Cody Hunter.
Good, yes, sir. Yeah, good dude. Good dude.
Yeah.
With Wrestle and Rage podcast. Awesome dude.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to him. I forgot to talk about that. He always talks about you, and I always love.
Yep, I've been on his podcast.
Yeah,
We
great.
see each other at shows. We talk frequently.
Mm-hmm. Him and his guys.
Yeah, good dude.
That's it. I don't have any other podcasts this week. I'm going to close out my weekend and go out. That's
there
it.
you go.
You have a good week. Yes. Have a great 4th of July, and I'll talk to you soon, Chuck.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Have a good night.
Yep.
I'll close this out. There you go. All right, fans. Thank you for listening to the Deathmatch Wrestle podcast with my guest, Chuck Payne. Not Chuck Payne. Chuck Stein. Oh, he's going to be like, oh, you fucked that up right now. Yes, he's laughing. I see him behind the curtain. But you know what? Chuck Stein, check him out, fans. He's a deathmatch wrestler, and a tag team wrestler as well. He's a multi-talented wrestler. Let's just say that. He's all around. And go see him at a show. Support him. Go to Horror Slam and all the shows that he's mentioned and more. And like he said, they are excited for the Horror Slam versus Game Changer Wrestling in September. Fans, that's going to be on FightTV.com because I know he doesn't do other places as well, but you'll be able to check out that show and many more. Support Deathmatch Wrestling, support wrestling altogether, and have a good night, everybody. Until next time on the Deathmatch Wrestle podcast.